Welcome back to the Cash Kicks channel for expert sports analysis, the best team picks, total picks, and in-depth breakdowns based on previous performances. Stay ahead of the game with our winning insights. And for even more exclusive parlay picks, check out Channel in membership. Pittsburgh Penguins versus Buffalo Sabres. The Pittsburgh Penguins, 28-15-12 and second in the Metropolitan Division with 68 points, roll into KeyBank Center chasing ground in a tight playoff race. Across the ice, the Buffalo Sabres sit at 32-18-6, third in the Atlantic with 70 points, protecting home ice and momentum. Two teams separated by just 2 points. Two divisions tightening by the day. This is more than a February game. It's a positioning battle. Buffalo has already grabbed the early edge in the season series, taking the opener 4-2. Pittsburgh answered once. Now it's a rubber match with divisional weight. The Penguins are fighting to keep pace with Carolina. The Sabres are trying to hold off Detroit and Montreal. Points matter. Statements matter more. The numbers paint a razor-thin matchup. Pittsburgh averages 3.38 goals per game. Buffalo is right there at 3.39. Defensively, the Penguins allow 2.91 per night compared to Buffalo's 3.05. Special teams tilt slightly toward Pittsburgh, a 26.4% power play and an 84.2% penalty kill. Buffalo counters with a 20.1% power play and 82.1% kill rate. Efficiency versus explosiveness, discipline versus depth. And the stars? Sidney Crosby is still the engine in Pittsburgh. 59 points, 27 goals, 32 assists, a +21 and winning over 21% shooting efficiency. He drives everything: power play entries, late game possession, face-offs. On the Buffalo side, Tage Thompson matches the firepower with 58 points and 29 goals. Rasmus Dahlin orchestrates from the blue line with 36 assists, while Alex Tuch adds 48 points and two-way bite. Different styles, same production. On the back end, Erik Karlsson has chipped in 31 assists for Pittsburgh, while Ryan Shea sits at +21. Buffalo leans on Dahlin's minutes and Matthias Samuelsson's +29 rating, a defensive presence who absorbs pressure and flips transition in a heartbeat. Between the pipes is where the tension truly tightens, and the margin for error narrows. Pittsburgh's Tristan Jarry enters with a 2.66 goals against average and a .909 save percentage, collecting 9 wins in 14 appearances. When he's tracking the puck cleanly and controlling rebounds, he gives the Penguins structural confidence. Artur Silovs has handled a heavier workload, earning 10 wins alongside a 2.97 GAA and .895 save percentage, numbers that reflect both opportunity and inconsistency. Buffalo counters with steadiness of its own. Alex Lyon has delivered 14 wins, a 2.66 GAA, and an impressive .914 save percentage, demonstrating poise during extended defensive zone shifts. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen has been similarly dependable, posting 11 wins and a 2.73 GAA while providing balance in the rotation. Lyon's consistency at home could prove decisive. That .914 save rate signals calm positioning, sharp reads, and the ability to withstand sustained pressure without allowing momentum to swing. Momentum is an intriguing subplot in this matchup. Buffalo appears to be trending upward, with 3 wins in their last 5 games, including an impressive 5-3 victory over Florida and a 7-4 offensive outburst against Toronto that showcased their scoring depth and confidence. Even in their losses, the Sabres have remained competitive, pushing games into tight stretches and demonstrating resilience rather than fading late. Their pace and offensive assertiveness suggest a group gaining belief at the right time. Pittsburgh, meanwhile, has been grinding through a more uneven stretch. With just 1 win in their last 5, a decisive 6-2 statement against Chicago, the Penguins have struggled to consistently close out tight contests. Narrow defeats to the Islanders and Senators, however, indicate a team that is not being outclassed, but rather searching for finishing touches and sustained rhythm. The effort level remains evident. What's missing is the consistent execution needed to turn competitive performances into victories. Tactically, this matchup hinges on pace, structure, and which team is able to impose its preferred rhythm early. If Pittsburgh's top unit consistently controls zone entries, establishes clean possession, and executes with precision on that 26.4% power play, they have the tools to stretch Buffalo's defensive layers and create high-danger looks from the slot. Sustained offensive zone time would force the Sabres into extended shifts, increasing the likelihood of breakdowns. However, if Buffalo's transition game ignites, with Thompson attacking wide lanes at speed and Dahlin activating into open ice, the dynamic shifts quickly. In that scenario, Pittsburgh's blue line will be pressured to defend rush chances in space, manage gaps effectively, and avoid getting caught flat-footed against Buffalo's pace-driven attack. Face-offs will matter. Crosby versus Buffalo's centers is a matchup inside the matchup. So will third-period discipline. Pittsburgh's penalty kill has been sharp. Buffalo must stay patient and avoid gifting chances. Expect physical board battles early. Expect tempo swings. Expect goaltenders to dictate emotional momentum with one timely stop. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Buffalo Sabres winner. Buffalo's balanced scoring and steadier recent form give them the edge. Lions' save percentage and home composure tip the scale in a one-goal game. Pittsburgh's power play keeps it tight, but Buffalo's depth and transition speed finish the job. My second pick for this match is total over 5.5. Carolina Hurricanes versus New York Rangers. The Carolina Hurricanes arrive at 35-15-6, leading the Metropolitan Division with 76 points. The New York Rangers, 22-28-6, 7th in the division with 50 points, fighting to keep their season from drifting away. Carolina has already taken 2 of the first 3 meetings in this season series, and the standings make the stakes crystal clear. One team is protecting first place, the other is battling to stay relevant. The Hurricanes are playing with authority. They've built separation atop the division, combining structure with scoring depth. The Rangers, meanwhile, are trying to ignite consistency on home ice where they're 14-14-4. Momentum versus desperation. Control versus chaos. That's the temperature heading into this matchup. Carolina's offensive engine is elite and balanced. Sebastian Aho leads the charge with 57 points, including 37 assists, while Seth Jarvis brings the finishing touch with 25 goals. Andrei Svechnikov has piled up 48 points, and Shane Gostis-Behir's 29 assists from the blue line add bite to the transition game. The Hurricanes are producing 3.41 goals per game and allowing just 2.88. Their power play clicks at 22%, and the penalty kill sits at 80.5%. Reliable, disciplined, and efficient. New York counters with star power of its own. Artemi Panarin has 57 points and 38 assists, while Mika Zibanejad leads the team with 23 goals and 52 points. Vincent Trocheck and JT Miller provide secondary punch, but the Rangers are averaging just 2.86 goals per game. Defensively, they've been vulnerable, allowing 3.18 per contest. The power play is dangerous at 23%, but the penalty kill lags at 79.5%. That's the hinge point, Carolina's depth and structure against New York's top-heavy firepower. Between the pipes, Carolina holds the statistical edge. Frederik Andersen has 7 wins with a 3.26 GAA and .871 save percentage in limited action, but Pyotr Kochetkov's 2.33 GAA and .899 save percentage provide stability. The anchor, though, has been Antti Ranta, 22 wins, a 2.24 GAA, and a .905 save percentage. Carolina's team save percentage stands at .890. The Rangers rely heavily on Igor Shesterkin. He's logged 17 wins with a 2.45 GAA and a .913 save percentage across 34 games. He's faced 946 shots and made 864 saves. Workload isn't the issue. Support is. Jonathan Quick has struggled at 3.22 and .883, and Spencer Martin's numbers are even higher. If Shesterkin is sharp, New York has a chance. If he's merely average, Carolina's depth could overwhelm. Recent form sharpens the narrative and adds urgency to the matchup. Carolina has won 3 of its last 5, including a 4-3 victory over Ottawa and a 5-4 triumph against Utah, underscoring its ability to execute in high-pressure moments. Even in defeat, the Hurricanes have pushed games into overtime, reinforcing their structural discipline and late-game composure. They are grinding through tight contests, staying organized in all 3 zones, and finding timely goals when momentum hangs in the balance. The Rangers, by contrast, have struggled to stabilize their play. With just 1 win in their last 5, defensive lapses have overshadowed otherwise productive offensive outings. A 6-5 loss to Pittsburgh and a 5-2 setback against the Islanders exposed breakdowns in coverage and inconsistent gap control. New York is generating enough offense to remain competitive, but until defensive structure tightens and key saves arrive at crucial moments, closing out games will remain an uphill challenge. This game will pivot on tempo and which side dictates the rhythm from the opening shift. Carolina thrives in the neutral zone, where quick outlets and crisp support turns into layered multi-wave attacks that pressure defenders into retreat. Their blue line is particularly effective at joining the rush without sacrificing positioning, allowing them to sustain pressure while still protecting against odd-man breaks. If they establish a heavy forecheck early and disrupt clean exits, they can force New York's defense into hurried reads and costly turnovers. The Rangers, however, must counter with controlled puck possession and patience through Panarin and Zibanejad. By slowing the pace, attacking with structure, and forcing Carolina to defend laterally, they can stretch coverage and open passing seams. Discipline will also matter. Capitalizing on power play opportunities could be the equalizer in a game where momentum may swing quickly. Watch the special teams battle. Carolina's penalty kill against New York's 23% power play could decide momentum. Face-offs will matter too, especially late. Carolina's centers control matchups, and if Aho dictates possession, the Rangers will spend long stretches defending. Expect intensity from puck drop. The Rangers will lean on the home crowd and Shesterkin's composure, but Carolina's depth scoring, steadier defensive metrics, and superior goal differential tell the broader story. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Carolina Hurricanes winner. Carolina's balanced attack and more reliable goaltending tilt the ice. The Rangers will push. They always do at the Garden, but over 60 minutes, structure beats urgency. The division leaders protect their throne. My second pick for this match is total over 5.5. Nashville Predators versus Washington Capitals. The Nashville Predators skate into Washington at 26-23-6, holding 58 points and sitting 5th in the Central Division. They're chasing ground in a tight Western race, looking up at Dallas and Utah and trying to fend off Chicago and Winnipeg. Across the ice, the Washington Capitals stand at 28-23-7 with 63 points, 5th in the Metropolitan. They're wedged in a dogfight behind Carolina and Pittsburgh, clinging to position and refusing to drift. Washington took the first meeting 3-2. Nashville answered with a 3-2 win of its own. The season series is balanced on a knife's edge, and so are these teams. Nashville scores 2.89 goals per game and allows 3.42. Washington averages 3.17 goals and gives up 2.93. That contrast defines the stakes. One team grinding for consistency, the other leaning on firepower at home. Momentum versus margin. Ryan O'Reilly drives Nashville with 53 points, 20 goals, 33 assists, and a +7 rating. Steven Stamkos supplies the finishing touch with 27 goals on 132 shots. Luke Evangelista has been the playmaking spark, pacing the club with 34 assists. Filip Forsberg adds 23 goals and 46 points, firing 168 shots with a 13.9% strike rate. This offense can produce, but it must tighten up defensively, because the Capitals bring weight. Tom Wilson leads Washington with 48 points and 22 goals, plus 78 penalty minutes and a physical presence that shifts games. Alex Ovechkin matches him with 22 goals. John Carlson quarterbacks the attack with 35 assists and 45 points from the blue line, logging over 23 minutes a night. Jakob Chychrun carries a plus 22 rating, a stabilizer in all situations. In net, Nashville leans on Juuse Saros. 21 wins, 3.13 goals against average, .893 save percentage across 43 games. Justus Annunen backs him with a 3.17 GAA and .888 save percentage. Washington counters with Logan Thompson, 18 wins, a sharp 2.48 GAA and a .912 save percentage. Charlie Lindgren sits at 3.37 and .884, while Clay Stevenson has delivered a tidy 2.33 GAA in limited action. Special teams tell another story. Nashville's power play clicks at 21.5%. Washington edges ahead at 27%. The Capitals also control shots and tempo more consistently, reflected in their stronger defensive numbers. Nashville is 1-3-1 in its last 5. Losses to Utah, Boston, New Jersey, and the Islanders, including 2 overtime setbacks, show a team fighting but not finishing. A 6-5 win over St. Louis proves the offense can erupt, yet the defensive leaks remain. Washington is 2-3 in its last 5, but trending with more balance. A 4-1 win over the Islanders, a 4-3 overtime triumph against Carolina. Even in losses, the Capitals are generating offense and controlling stretches of play. They are not stalling, they are adjusting. Juuse Saros is a battler, the kind of goaltender who can steal a game outright with lightning-quick reflexes, sharp reads, and disciplined positioning that keeps shooters guessing. At his best, he tracks pucks through traffic and absorbs rebounds before chaos develops. Still, a .893 save percentage and 128 goals allowed point to vulnerability when the shot volume climbs and defensive breakdowns pile up. Sustained pressure has exposed cracks, particularly during extended zone time when second and third chances emerge. On the other side, Logan Thompson has quietly been a stabilizing force, turning aside 940 shots with a .912 save rate. His game is composed and economical, rarely overcommitting, rarely scrambling, and consistently square to shooters. He manages rebounds efficiently and gives his defense confidence to play assertively in front of him. In a matchup where the Nashville Predators surrender more than 3 goals per night, the goaltending edge, at least on paper, leans toward the Washington Capitals, especially if the shot totals skew heavily in their favor. Can Ryan O'Reilly's line do enough of the heavy lifting to neutralize the bruising forecheck driven by Tom Wilson? That matchup could set the physical tone early, especially if Wilson establishes body position and forces hurried exits. Nashville's 21.5% power play also looms large. Can it generate clean entries and sustained zone time against a Washington Capitals penalty kill unit that thrives on disciplined structure, tight gaps, and quick clears? Special teams' efficiency may prove decisive if the game tightens late. Washington's blue line, anchored by John Carlson and Jakob Chychrun, excels at clean transitions and timely offensive activation, turning defensive stops into quick strike opportunities. To counter that, the Nashville Predators must win neutral zone battles, clog passing lanes, and resist the temptation to trade rush chances. Structured back pressure, smart puck management, and layered support through the middle of the ice will be essential if Nashville hopes to dictate tempo rather than chase it. Face-offs, third-period stamina, and the battle on special teams are likely to shape the outcome of this matchup. Clean draws in the defensive zone can relieve pressure, while power play efficiency and disciplined penalty killing may ultimately swing momentum at critical moments. If the pace accelerates into an up-and-down track meet filled with quick transitions and odd-man rushes, the Washington Capitals hold the advantage thanks to their layered scoring depth and ability to roll multiple dangerous lines. However, if the game tightens into a more physical grinding contest along the boards, the Nashville Predators can impose their structure, clog the neutral zone, and force lower percentage chances. By limiting penalties, winning puck battles, and leaning on the finishing ability and veteran poise of Steven Stamkos, Nashville could gradually tilt the ice and seize control late, especially if fatigue becomes a factor in the closing minutes. Washington has the tighter defensive profile, the sharper goaltending metrics, and home ice behind them. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Washington Capitals winner Thompson's consistency, Washington's power play precision, and a decisive third-period push make the difference. Nashville will fight. They always do. But in a game balanced on details, the Capitals hold the stronger hand, and they close it with authority. My second pick for this match is total over 5.5. Los Angeles Kings versus Vegas Golden Knights. The Los Angeles Kings roll in at 23-17-14, sitting on 60 points and chasing position in a division where every inch matters. The Vegas Golden Knights, they're 25-16-14 with 64 points, gripping second place in the Pacific and protecting home ice at T-Mobile Arena. 4 points separate them. That's not a gap. That's a pressure point. The season series is razor-tight at 1-1-1. Vegas has defended its ice well at 12-8-7 at home, while the Kings are fighting through a 15-7-7 road grind. This isn't just another February matchup. It's a divisional power struggle with playoff positioning pulsing beneath every shift. Vegas brings the heavier offensive artillery. They're averaging 3.29 goals per game compared to Los Angeles at 2.57. Jack Eichel is driving the engine. 64 points, 19 goals, and a dominant 45 assists. Pavel Dorofeyev adds 24 goals, and Mark Stone sits at a plus 15 while contributing 55 points. The Golden Knights' power play hums at 25% efficiency, a decisive edge over the Kings' 15.6% mark. But Los Angeles isn't without firepower. Adrian Kempe leads the charge with 45 points, including 20 goals and 25 assists. Kevin Fiala adds 38 points, and Quinton Byfield continues to stretch defenses with 30 points and over 20 minutes of ice time per night. Anze Kopitar's plus 11 rating shows his two-way presence still matters. The Kings generate 27.5 shots per game, nearly identical to Vegas, but their finishing touch hasn't matched the volume. Defensively, Vegas allows 3.09 goals per game. The Kings sit at 2.72. That's structure versus surge. Los Angeles blocks lanes, keeps games tighter, and owns a slightly stronger team save percentage at .905 compared to Vegas at .880. However, the Golden Knights counter with physical authority, 370 penalty minutes, and a roster that leans into contact. Darcy Kuemper anchors the Kings with 14 wins, a 2.55 goals against average, and a .902 save percentage over 35 appearances. He's steady, composed, backed by Anton Forsberg's .910 save percentage in relief. On the Vegas side, Adin Hill carries 15 wins and a 3.51 GAA, but Akira Schmid has been sharper statistically, 2.55 GAA and a .894 save rate across 28 games. Vegas has rotated. Los Angeles has leaned into stability. The Kings are surging. 3 wins in their last 5, including a 4-1 win over Buffalo and a dominant 5-4 shootout victory over St. Louis. Even in defeat, they've pushed games deep, losing 3-2 in overtime to Carolina. They're grinding. They're competing. Vegas, volatile. A 7-1 loss to Ottawa stings. A 4-3 win over Anaheim shows resilience. But defensive cracks appeared in a 5-4 shootout loss to Dallas and a 3-2 overtime loss to Montreal. The Golden Knights can score in bursts, but they've been leaking chances under pressure. That brings us to the heartbeat of this matchup: special teams and puck management. Vegas's 25% power play going up against a Los Angeles Kings penalty kill that operates at 77.3% has the potential to swing momentum in a matter of minutes. Special teams often decide tightly contested matchups, and this battle could become the defining factor. If skilled playmakers like Jack Eichel and Mark Stone are allowed time and space along the half wall, they can dissect defensive coverage, create passing lanes through the seam, and generate high-danger chances that force the penalty killers to collapse. Los Angeles would struggle to recover if rotations break down or passing lanes open up. However, the Kings pride themselves on disciplined structure and smart positional awareness. They focus on keeping sticks in lanes, pressuring entries at the blue line, and clearing rebounds quickly to prevent extended zone time. If Los Angeles stays out of the penalty box and limits unnecessary infractions, they can effectively neutralize Vegas's most dangerous weapon and keep the game at even strength, where their 5-on-5 system is built to control pace and minimize defensive risk. At even strength, this matchup turns into a calculated possession battle, where clean exits, controlled entries, and puck support through the middle of the ice carry real weight. The Vegas Golden Knights surrender an average of 28.9 shots per game, while the Los Angeles Kings give up just 27.2. It's a narrow statistical gap, but it suggests a slight defensive edge for Los Angeles, particularly in how they limit high-danger looks and collapse around the crease. The blue line duel could ultimately dictate tempo. Drew Doughty, logging nearly 23 minutes per night, remains the heartbeat of LA's transition game. Steady on retrievals, poised under pressure, and capable of stretching the ice with crisp first passes. Across from him, Shea Theodore routinely skates north of 23 minutes, bringing fluid mobility and offensive activation that can turn broken plays into rush chances. Whichever defenseman better controls zone exits and limits turnovers will likely shape the flow, tilting possession and forcing the opposition to defend rather than attack. Watch Kempe against Eichel. One drives north with speed, the other controls tempo with vision. Watch Kopitar in the face-off circle. Watch Mark Stone stick in passing lanes. And watch the goaltending composure in the third period. Vegas has the offensive ceiling and the home crowd. Los Angeles has the defensive discipline and the steadier crease. But special teams, that's the separator. The Golden Knights' power play is simply operating at a higher level, and in a tight divisional clash, one extra conversion can swing everything. After analyzing both teams, my first pick for this match is Vegas Golden Knights winner. Vegas capitalizes on the man advantage, controls tempo late, and protects its Pacific position. The Kings will push, they always do. But tomorrow night in Las Vegas, the edge belongs to the gold and black. My second pick for this match is total over 5.5.